What's going on, YouTube? How you guys doing? Hopefully you're enjoying these videos. I just wanted to review some games of players who are lower rated. We see all kinds of videos about players that are 1500, 1800, 2000, and then of course you see like all the 2500 rated players playing each other all the time, but we hardly ever get to see like lower, like sub 1000 players playing and understanding like what exactly they're doing wrong in their game. And I'm not a grandmaster or anything like that. I'm not a master of any kind. I'm a currently 1600 rated player on chess.com in rapid. I think I'm like 1800 on ELO Chess. But we're gonna look at some games today of sub 750. We've looked at sub 500. We've looked at under 250. And today I'm going to look at 4 games. Well, actually, I'm only going to do 1 game per video. So I'll do 4 videos called under 750. And we'll do one game at a time, because I go through them pretty slow. We're not rushing through it. I want to take my time and actually try to understand why they were making the moves they were making, what moves they should have made. And there's going to be some cases as we go up. I'm going to do some under 1,000 ones. I'm going to do some under 1,100, some under 1,200s. There's going to be some cases where I don't fully understand the idea either, because again, I'm not a grandmaster or anything. But we're going to use game review on chess.com to figure out what's going on. So here is under 750. Both these players are, one is 730 and one is 755. And I do not know the outcome of this game. I don't even know how many moves it is. It could be a 4-move checkmate, and then I'll just delete this video and go do review another game. I have no idea who's going to win. I personally know the one who's playing black, and that's the one we're going to look at all 4 of his games. And we are going to determine what he should have been doing in this game instead of what he did do. Even if he wins, there's probably, I'm going to guess that there's probably going to be ways he could have won faster, he could have won more efficiently, or there's possibly some places where he could have lost and he just got lucky. So we're going to point out those things if we see them. All right, here we go. Okay, his opponent starts out with e4. He plays e5. There we go. Knight f3, knight c6. We're seeing a little bit more principled opening here. This is way different than what we saw under 250 and even under 500. We're seeing you're seeing book moves here. Less with that little brown icon with a book, an open book. It means basically these are lines that have been theorized and memorized and totally safe moves to make. You don't really have to calculate them if you can just remember these moves. Book move, book move, book move. Okay, takes. And remember we were watching under 250. They wouldn't take any pawns at the beginning. Takes, takes. And now here we see that white could take, and then it's not technically very good, because when the queen takes back, this is now defended, and we are seeing that white decided not to take. He defends here. Okay, this is interesting. It's not a terrible move. But defending here, we do see the eval bar drop just slightly, because I think what white is not realizing, or what black is not realizing, is this was already defended by the queen, and this now has 2 attackers and only 1 defender. So we've now added 2 defenders when there's only 1 attacker. And we do not have enough defense on this pawn. So maybe we would have liked to have seen possibly this bishop come out. Or maybe we would have liked to have seen, I don't really recommend playing f6 at the lower levels, but that's actually the best move right here. And one of the reasons why this is okay is because white's bishop is over here, and there's no way for it to kind of get back here, and it's going to take at least two moves for white's queen to get over here, and one of those moves is probably going to involve the knight going to an awkward space, and that's going to give you time. So like if white plays this move, you make this move, he comes here. Sorry, white plays this move, and then you play this move now, and then if white comes here, then you just attack him, and it's fine. It's totally fine. So if you have a chance to get your bishop out right here, and then if you're white, getting your other colored bishop, getting your bishop over there to the E6 or E3 square, then the check from the queen on H5 doesn't matter that much. So if he comes here, then we could just come here, and then this check won't happen. And then once we can, you know, maybe we trade here and we get this, and then whoops, and then this, and then we castle on the next move. He castles, we castle, and this is fine. Instead, black decided not to defend that pawn at all, and so like I said, we either need this, we need this, we need this, or we need the best move, which again, I don't expect him to find the best move here, because f6 is very scary to play, because you've watched chess videos where they're like, don't play your f pawn, and in 9 times out of 10 you shouldn't. And even when it is the best move, I still don't recommend it. I mean, coming here with your queen is probably that's a blunder, because you're removing the defense here. Coming here with your yeah, I guess you got to play f6. Now that I think about it, I'm glad we talked through this, because all the other ways to defend it, this is the only other way to defend it. And the problem is, it's not really yeah, I guess that works. So he goes here, and of course white does take advantage of it. We are gonna probably see at this level over 700, under 750, we're gonna see when you make a small mistake like that, like right here, leaving this pawn undefended, we're gonna see the opponent actually take advantage of it. That's gonna start happening. Here I don't like attacking with that bishop. I don't, because here's the problem: is he's already attacking you, and now you're gonna mess up your pawns. And it's not worth messing up the pawns. I would rather you just see you trade it, right? Now it says that's not a great move, and you know, it's fine. I think it is. This is pinned, so one of the reasons why it's not a good move is you might forget that this is actually attacked twice, and it seems like it's only defended once because this is pinned, but it's actually defended enough, because if he takes, let's say I make a random A or H pawn move, which we know we shouldn't do, right? If he takes, it's just a trade, because when he takes back, well, now the pin is gone and I can actually take it. So let's see what actually happened in the game. He takes that, and then okay, all right, and we both castle, and it's okay. It's still pretty even. White is up by 1 pawn, and their advantage is 1.1. So they don't have very much bonus advantage, as I like to call it, where, you know, you are only up a pawn, but you're actually up 3.0 or something. It's like you actually are up some bonus points. Right now it's just pretty even. Okay, so black is just castle. White needs to develop these pieces. So black is definitely ahead, it seems like, in development, but their pieces aren't very coordinated. I'd like to see black try to attack that queen, trade this off, and double up the pawns. But it's white's turn to move. Maybe white doesn't want to just trade for the knight and then put this bishop on that diagonal. Black would be in a good place if we do that. We could talk about doubling up, but I really think You want to get this bishop. Man, it's actually not easy. Because if we come here, then we can double the pawns. But then we also create an isolated pawn. But that might be okay because we'll open up the F file there. If the bishop comes out here, well then the knight doesn't have anywhere else to go except for here or here. And either one of those is going to double up pawns. Like if you go here, we take double up pawns. If you go here, we take double up pawns. So the knight wants to go there. Problem is the bishop wants to go there too. I guess you could put the bishop here. But then you lose the bishop pair. But if you go here, if takes is double. So here takes, take here first. No, because then you could take the rook. So maybe bishop right here is actually pretty good. Let's see what they play. Knight. Okay, so putting the knight there because you don't want to double pawns. I think that's a smart move. But now you're gonna have to make 2 moves to get this bishop out. It's not a big deal. The bishop is actually doing okay right here. Once you move this knight again, so actually technically 1 more move, now your bishop is back in play. The bishops. This is another reason why you don't move your bishops before you move your knights, because your bishops can do a lot from their starting square. Like even from right here, when this knight moves, this bishop has control of a lot. Knights don't control anything until you get them out into the center. Okay, so white made a pretty decent move. I'm thinking black's going to go there. That's my guess. Is it the best move? You could also argue that a queen move would be good, like queen h4, threatening checkmate right away. Yeah, queen h4 is not bad. Queen g5 is also not bad. I think a queen move could be coming. He played the knight move. Okay. Great move. That was a great move, it says. Yeah, there's nowhere else that the queen really wanted to move to. It gets taken right here. It gets taken right here. If we go here, there's some crazy ideas if we went there. So that's a great move. And look, this knight is actually doing a good job of defending this now that if you just take it, it's not going to double up your pawns. So I'm thinking the queen's got to come out now. He takes it. I don't know if I would have traded that off. Yeah, no, I don't think that was the best option. Yeah, queen here is probably the best option. Or queen here. Nope. Or here. Actually, that's not a bad move. So now if he takes, we can fix our pawns. Yeah, that would have been a better move, but he takes. Now your bishop is under attack, which is defending this knight. Is he going to see this? I feel like he's going to see it. But even if he does see it, unfortunately, you're losing that really good bishop. I don't think he's going to do anything dumb like play a g-pawn to defend it. He might just come back here or here. Yeah. So he's going to take the bishop. Oh, he took back with the queen. Oh, man. That was a chance to fix your doubled pawns. Interesting. Yeah, white's better move was to come here. But they took, that's a pretty natural move there. I feel like this is better. Oh, but then you lose this pawn. I see why he took with the queen. Okay, all right. He made a good move. How long did he spend on that? 3 seconds. So he spent 3 seconds. He probably knew from back here, though. Yeah, he spent some time here. He probably was thinking, when I go here, he takes, I'll take back there, and then I'll protect this pawn. Okay. That's a blunder. Do we see, wow, at set, he's rated 730. And wow, that is a move that we would have seen a 250 make. You can't do that. Did he think that the knight was still there, maybe? I don't know. Wow, I'm just very surprised. I'd take this with the queen if it was me. He's probably going to take with the knight. Yeah, he took with the knight. I'm taking with the queen because you're already up a piece now. I would love to trade. Like, trade with me now. This is perfect. Now I've got an extra piece and I'm going to win the game. He keeps the queens on the board. Oh, beautiful. He throws in that check and he resigns. I don't know if I would have resigned, but yeah, we're coming here. Then you're coming here, hitting the queen. Queen's got to move somewhere. Man, then I'm just coming in strong. Queen's got to move again. Check. King's got to go back here. It says that's a blunder, but I don't even know. Oh, you got to block. I was going to say, yeah, if you come back here, check. Check. Mate. So he has to block. He has to block here. But I mean, this is just you're coming in hot. Good game to black. You'll notice there was not a lot of mistakes in this game. This was one simple little snake right here, lost a pawn. Not bad. You lose a pawn early in the game and you're rated 750. You're not going to lose the game. Grandmaster level, lose a pawn early in the game, you're going to lose the game. So losing the pawn, not huge. Not huge. To save it, you really had to play F6, which has been drilled into his head. Don't play F6. So I don't fault him for that. I mean, again, you could try to save it with the queen as well, but he's also been told don't bring your queens out early. So this is probably, this move right here is probably a product of, which makes sense. It's probably a product of potentially, just normal sounding chess advice. Here's another move I just saw. You can actually play this move. It says that's a oh yeah, that's definitely a blunder. Wait, no, how's it a blunder? Oh yeah, I see why. I forgot bishops can move. Yeah, and this is pin. So yeah, so it's just a product of normal chess advice to play this move right here, bishop e6, because the alternative, there's only two alternatives. One, bring your queen out early. Two, play f6. And he's been taught don't do either one of those. F6 is the best move, and the reason why is because the white bishop is blocked in by this pawn, can never get over here and attack you. It's going to take it forever, right? And the queen can't get there. It'll take two moves, and if it takes two moves, it gives you time to put your bishop on e6 and guard against that block. So even if he comes in here, you can still block it. If he tries to take this, we take that. It's fine. So we're good. Actually, we could just take the queen. Anyways, yeah, so basically, no, that one little mistake. And there was a couple of things where I said, well, maybe we should have done this slightly different. Like right here, I think the queen coming out might have been better. Yeah, there's the best move. You're threatening checkmate right here. He's got to deal with that. And then you get to move into this square. And this is coming. And you're almost at a place where you can sacrifice this. Not yet, but you're getting there. Right? So I think I would have done that. But this knight move is perfect. you're putting pressure on the g2 pawn, which could be followed up with the queen next. So he's got to deal with that. You're hitting the queen. The queen's got to move. If the queen just like makes a like if the queen moves anywhere else, it's not very good, because we can almost just go straight for the checkmate at this point. No. We do, let's see. How do I take advantage of the queen moving here? I guess maybe this. Yeah, there we go. Now the queen's like, oh crap, I gotta move. And so it was just a wasted move. So the queen found a good move, and then he took here. I wouldn't have done that. I think for me, I would have done this. And then when he takes, I could have fixed my pawns. And he can't take because it's defended, and this is defended. So we have time to move this up in a second. Like say he moves here. He has two attackers on there. We've got time to come here, defend, and defend. Yeah, this was good. And then of course we had one blunder, and that blunder decided the game. And I want to probably predict over the next 3 videos that I make, which are all under 700, I want to predict that this is how they're all going to end. One blunder late in the game. And here's the other thing I want you to notice. You can't see the clock right now. Maybe I'll have to add the clock. You can't see the clock. But if you were able to see the clock right now, white has 8 minutes and 59 seconds, and black has 9 minutes and 15 seconds. What? They literally played a game of bullet chess. Now, the fact that they're making good moves that quickly, white took 4 seconds to play that move right there. Black took 2 seconds, which it shouldn't take long to do what they did. 2 seconds to make that move. And then white probably thought about resigning because they took several seconds. Yeah, they basically played a game of bullet chess. That wasn't how the game ended. That was my extra moves. Gotta go back to the real game. Yeah, that's the real game. Resign. They played a game of bullet chess, and basically one of them was better at bullet chess than the other one. If they would slow down, I think that black would have made a couple slightly better moves, and white would not have made that blunder, and then both of these players would be rated 1,000. Easy. Very easy. That's all I got for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and like and subscribe. Maybe put down in the comment what your rating is, and maybe if you want me to look at your rating level as well and try to review some of your games. I'm probably going to go up to about 1,200 because I'm only rated 1,600. I'm not going to review Grandmaster games. Like, I know there's some people that do that, and I appreciate those kinds of videos myself, but that's not what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to be looking at lower rated people and trying to pick up on their mistakes, because one of the things I want to do is start teaching chess to beginners. And one of the things that I need to do is understand, kind of get in their head and figure out why they're doing what they're doing. And once I figure that out, maybe I can reverse engineer it and fix their logic and make them into a better chess player. And in the process, hopefully make myself a better chess player, because I'm slowing down and I'm thinking about simple mistakes. What's crazy is I make some of these mistakes too. So I'm not knocking anybody, because I do the same things. I'll just, especially under time pressure, or just on a day where I'm just not thinking clearly. So everybody makes mistakes, and the game of chess is essentially a game of who can make the least amount of mistakes and who can capitalize on their opponent's mistakes. And in this game, we saw that black was able to capitalize and ended up winning the game. Let's see what happens when this same player plays the next 3 games. Subscribe if you want to see those videos. Bye for now.